Check out what we have for you today. A chicken stew that's truly amazing with juicy meat and, above all, a super special sauce. Grab some bread. You'll need it. Just look how good it looks. Honestly, it's a real showstopper, and it's hard to believe it's so easy to make. Just 3 little tricks, just like Grandma used to do, and the dish is ready. How can something so simple taste so good? This chicken is amazing. My friend, just look at how great this looks. Try to find a flaw. It's wonderful. Today we're bringing you a super easy Pollo al Chilindrón recipe, and not just any Pollo al Chilindrón, but the one my grandmother used to make with her little tricks. It turns out spectacular, so get some bread ready, because the sauce is unforgettable. It's just wonderful. Incredible. I'm Vidi, this is La Cocina de la Abuela. Let's get started. Stay until the end. You're going to love it. We start the recipe with the chicken. We need about a kilo, maybe a kilo and 200 grams, and we season it with salt and pepper. Salt to taste. I don't like to add too much salt, so just add as much as you like, however you prefer. And also a good touch of freshly ground black pepper. Freshly ground is wonderful. The one from the jar is not good at all. We also add parsley. If you have it fresh, that's great. If not, you can use this kind, which is also good and very tasty. Let's go with the first trick. The one that will make your chicken juicy and give the sauce an intense flavor just the way we like it. The key from the start is to brown the chicken really well and use the juices, the little bit of fat that the chicken itself will release. It's amazing. We start with a good-sized pot, add olive oil, and this is where the magic begins. We brown our meat in a pot. We've had it heating up, so the oil is hot. Place all the pieces of chicken in there. Don't worry because they'll shrink a little. And once they're browned, we flip them over and brown the other side as well. See? There we go, all the pieces, and we'll have this step ready in no time. What we're bringing you today is a classic recipe, one of those that doesn't need any fancy touches, as you can see. Simple ingredients, cooked slowly, and a spectacular result. You're bound to like it, for sure. Once the chicken is nicely browned, we've had it over medium-high heat. Take it out and set it aside. Of course, be careful not to throw away the chicken fat. Some people don't brown the chicken, but I prefer to do it because it turns out much better. What about you? You weren't browning it before? Well, from now on, you're always going to brown it because it turns out so much better. Let's move on to the amazing base. We need 2 cloves of garlic. We're going to chop them finely. If you have a lot of patience, very finely. If you don't have much, don't worry. It'll still taste great. In goes the garlic. We turn on the heat and let it brown while we prepare the next ingredients. Onion, half an onion. We chop it into cubes as you like. I like them like this. Not too big and not too small. I want them to stand out. Pepper, half red and half green. If you want all red, go ahead. If you want all green, go ahead. But mixed is much better. We chop them into cubes. I want them to stand out in the stew. This is amazing. All right, all 3 things go in. As soon as the garlic starts sizzling, it's time to add our onion, our pepper, and we're also going to add a pinch of salt so it softens beautifully. Let's go. All right, I give it a little stir to deglaze the bottom of the pan, in this case, the pot, so we don't lose any of the wonderful flavor we have here. The salt we talked about, just a pinch, don't overdo it, and let it soften. To make your chicken turn out spectacular, it's important to prepare a good sofrito, a good base. That's what will make the chicken amazing. And now I'll tell you the second little trick. If you want the base and the final dish to have even more flavor, some diced ham is your best ally. Add them, toast them a little, and you'll have it ready in no time. It won't even take you 10 more seconds. We're going to use just a handful of diced ham, nothing more, because we don't want the whole stew to taste only like ham. So look, when the onion is nicely softened and has turned almost transparent, That's the moment to add our ham. We cook it for 60 seconds and it's ready right away. You don't need very high quality ham, don't worry. Next ingredient, tomato sauce, 200 grams. I used this one, which I made myself today. Look how nice it is. We add it to the pot. Come on, in it goes. We stir, it's about 200 milliliters, and we cook over medium heat for 5 minutes so it reduces. My grandmother always said, if the sofrito smells good, the dish will be great. Alright, so give your sofrito a minute there, because it will make everything much better. Let's move on to the liquids. We're going to use half a glass of white wine, which we'll add as we go. It will give it an intense flavor, and you just need to cook it for 2 minutes so the alcohol evaporates. We keep it on medium heat. See? You'll have it like this in no time. Time to put our chicken back into the pot. There it goes. See how it's now reduced and fits better? We give it a good stir so it mixes with the sauce, and now it starts to cook and turn into a top-notch chicken in chilindrón sauce. This dish has no secrets, just follow the steps and pay attention to the tips. There it is in the pot, and I assure you the kitchen already smells wonderful. We know we're going to eat well. A wonderful ingredient that makes everything come together. Broth, 400 ml. This time I made it myself too. It's bone broth, but chicken broth would work as well. We add the broth. If you want me to give you my bone broth recipe, which turns out amazing, just let me know in the comments, and I'll give you the recipe. A pinch of salt for the whole thing. Don't overdo it because it already has ham and is a bit salty. We add 2 bay leaves. And now we cover it and cook for 30 minutes on medium heat. Stop the presses, take a second, because if you've made it this far, it means you liked the video. The algorithm got it right and showed it to you. So subscribe, and that way you won't need the algorithm. It'll be recommended to you every time I upload a video, especially if you hit the bell. You can also, or should, give me a like because it doesn't cost you anything. It helps me a lot, and it's totally free, just the way we like it. Everything on my channel is free. 30 minutes have passed, and look at how this chicken looks. See? I told you. It's spectacular. But don't get ahead of yourself. There's still one last step to make it incredible. Last super secret trick so far. If you want the sauce to turn out even more spectacular, add a jar of roasted peppers. Jarred. I have homemade ones here. My Aunt Amelia gives them to me, and they always turn out great. I don't have many left, okay? So start making more. I think I have 2 jars left, and 1 is going in here. So in go our little peppers. I'm gonna use these that come already chopped, because that way they'll blend much better into the sauce. And we'll end up with a dish that, as I mentioned before, is spectacular. It will thicken a little for 5 minutes over medium heat. So the chicken finishes cooking, and the sauce turns out just the way I want it. So stay until the end. You'll see how it changes. And now comes the big question. Is the chicken cooked just right? Well, you'll know by the sauce. When it's shiny and a little thick, that's when it's perfect. 5 minutes have passed, and look how it's changed. Look. It's blended perfectly. The sauce is super red, super thick, and now all that's left is to bring it to the table. And enjoy this wonderful Pollo al Chilindrón. As you can see, 3 tricks that will change your chicken forever. Once you try it, you won't make it any other way. Look at the sauce. See? It turns out wonderful. Success guaranteed. And now I'm going to prepare myself a little plate. Here we go. Look how the sauce pours down. What a delicious golden chicken. Come on. With this on the table, there are no complaints. And if you want a side dish, white rice. Or my favorite, some diced potatoes. Look, well fried. Check it out. Wow. Absolutely wonderful. I love it. Riz. Roz. Who can top that? You see, it just falls apart on its own. See? You don't need anything else. And that sauce. Wow. Incredible. Oh my. This chicken is amazing. Look. What a sight. With super simple ingredients. Plus, it's quick to make. And I'm telling you, look, I didn't even bring any utensils. Because I know. It falls apart just by picking it up. Look.
See?
Wonderful. The bone comes right off. You can remove the meat easily. Intense in flavor. Juicy. Delicious. You need bread. That's for sure. How wonderful. I love this recipe from my grandmother. And all that. I'll leave the ingredients so you can make it at home. Thanks for coming. Much love to you all. See you in the next video. The ingredients are also in the description box. Remember that throughout the video. There you go. The camera's battery is running out. We're done.
Bye.
Oops, I got myself dirty.
Non più tra I farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo. No, if not. If not. No, if not, no.